The suspect, identified as Maurice Hill, surrendered to authorities.
He's coming out.
Police on the ground say he was then taken to the hospital. NBC's Craig Boswell joining us now with the very latest on this investigation. Craig, good morning. This was a very tense situation for police. At one point, they had 2 officers trapped inside.
Yeah, Philip, good morning. Good morning, everyone. There were 2 police officers trapped inside this North Philadelphia home. There were also 3 other civilians inside this barricaded home with a gunman that police say was heavily armed with a number of weapons, including an AK-47. A SWAT team rushed in and rescued these officers right around midnight. They fired tear gas into this home, got in and got these officers out safely, got the civilians out safely, ending a dramatic hours-long standoff, right about 8 hours long. A number of rounds, hundreds of rounds fired from this home, police say, during the standoff. Even at one point, only an armored vehicle was allowed to get within vicinity of this building, within what gunfire would reach. Take a listen to some of the sound.
Shots fired inside. Cars used, caution, please respond. Still shots fired. I got officer shots at this location. It's like low extremity to the furniture. We got several shots, officers. We got an officer down. I need long guns, SWAT.
Be advised, we're still sitting down inside this location. The male is inside the kitchen, shooting upwards and forward into the opposition of the police.
Unfortunately, thankfully, the officers shot were not life-threatening injuries, and the officers shot have been released from the hospital. All of this taking place about 2 miles north of Temple University, and of course this is happening when the gun debate is raging in this country. As you mentioned, Philip, that suspect has been taken into custody, and police say he does have an extensive criminal history. Back to you guys.
Oh, what a tense situation there. Craig Boswell joining us. Craig, thank you.
Wall Street is reeling this morning after new fears of a recession rocked markets. And overnight, another ominous sign.
I am Jake Locksmith Service, August 15th, 2019, Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Coming on the heels of a massive sell-off. The Dow plummeting 800 points in its biggest drop of the year. NBC's Kristen Walker has more.
Drama on Wall Street, now deepening fears the economy could be weakening. The Dow plunging more than 800 points, sparked by a key economic indicator faltering for the first time since 2007.
A major sell-off here on Wall Street today.
Fresh recession fears.
Signaling a recession could be on the horizon.
It's a very reliable indicator if it sticks around and gets worse. Every time this particular indicator turns negative, it has signaled a recession.
The dangers of a recession, likely job losses, 401ks and other retirement accounts dropping. And it could be harder for those with credit issues to borrow money. While the economy is booming, some Americans are already starting to feel a pinch. Richard Kiwi is a 4th-generation farmer in Iowa, watching the price of his corn and soybeans fall. He says because of the president's tariffs on China, despite a recent government bailout.
You hurt farm, you're going to hurt the whole world. The world.
Jake Locksmith Service, August 15th, 2019, USA.
The president is also blaming the Federal Reserve for keeping interest rates high. Mr. Trump tweeting, "We should easily be reaping big rewards and gains, but the Fed is holding us back. We will win." The president pointing to signs the economy is strong, including the lowest unemployment rate in decades.
Our country now has the hottest economy anywhere in the world.
Part of the president's re-election pitch is the economy. Later today, he'll campaign in New Hampshire and highlight the unemployment
Investigation. A source close to the case tells NBC News that Epstein's body has been claimed from the New York City Medical Examiner's office by an unidentified associate of the disgraced financier. And now the Washington Post is reporting that an autopsy has found that there were broken bones in Epstein's neck. NBC has not confirmed that reporting, but the Post cites 2 people familiar with the findings. These latest reports come as new questions are being raised about the events leading up to Epstein's death in federal custody. NBC's Stephanie Goss has this report.
The federal judge who is overseeing Jeffrey Epstein's criminal case says he wants more information, asking the Bureau of Prisons to explain what happened on July 23rd when Epstein was found injured in his cell. The apparent suicide attempt, he writes, has never been definitively explained. Also unexplained, why Epstein hadn't been checked in his cell for hours leading up to his death, according to 2 law enforcement sources. Investigators want to know if the guards were asleep on the job and are comparing the logs from that night with security camera footage to look for discrepancies, according to officials familiar with the investigation. Also, one of the first lawsuits against Epstein's more than $560 million estate was officially filed.
Jack was a 14-year-old child.
Like my videos, subscribe to my videos, share my videos. I will do the same for you and you and you. By YouTube, I will be making more videos.